So this is going to be the first update since I've added floating plants to my fish tank. And if you haven't watched my last video, that's where I added Amazon frog bits and red roof floaters to my tank. And one thing I didn't show you guys, and I have no clue if the seller did this on purpose or by accident, I found Salvinia minima plants part of the bag, and that plant actually has been taking over my fish tank. And no, I'm not complaining that they started taking over. It's actually really beautiful, and they started multiplying, and I started spreading it around a little bit everywhere so it could fill in the gaps. So the biggest problem I had since I added these plants was, if you remember my last video, I had shown you guys that my Amazon frog bit has beautiful long roots that was dangling all the way to the bottom of the tank. And I honestly didn't think it was going to be an issue, but I found out that my goldfish started eating my plant. So it started eating the roots, and then what it would do is go up to the surface and start eating my frog bits. And I let it go for a couple of days, but then it got too much. I'm like, no, if I let it be, then the goldfish is going to eat all my plants, and I don't want that to happen. So what I decided to do is use my old dividers that I had when I had my tilapia fish and use that to create a barrier so the fish can't get to the plants. So once I added the dividers, my big goldfish, it went a bit crazy. It felt like, what it looked like was if you were to take drugs away from a druggie, you would get the same reaction. It took a couple of days, but it got over it, and now my plants are in peace. So just because my plants are in peace, that doesn't mean I'm not having any issue. I'm actually having quite a few problems. And the first thing was, after a few days, I noticed that my Amazon frog bits, not all of them, but some of them, started turning yellow. And I looked into it. So I've been doing everything that people said online to do when you keep these floating plants. I took out my tank lid. I moved my sponge filter to one end so there's not a lot of surface agitation and a lot of movements. I know they don't like that. I've been providing 9 to 10 hours of light, both white LED and blue LED at the end of the day. And I've been trying to do everything that people mention online just so I can keep these plants healthy. But still, my Amazon frog bits started becoming yellow. And then I noticed a few days after that, my red roof floaters, I don't know if it's fungus, they're becoming white on the top. And I see a lot of them are dying as well. And the roots are not that red anymore. So I started doing a little bit more research, and I found out that I definitely need some kind of plant fertilizer, liquid fertilizer for my fish tank. And after a bunch of research, looking into the CCAM options, looking into all the different brands, I pulled the trigger to get the Thrive all-in-one liquid fertilizer. So I don't have it yet. I already ordered on Amazon. I'm going to get it, I think tomorrow. It's coming in soon. And I'm hoping adding that will revive my plants. So this is where I ask your help. So if you've been keeping these plants in your tank, or you have experience with these, and if you think that I'm missing out on anything, so like I mentioned before, I've took off my lid, I moved my sponge filter, I've been providing like 9 to 10 hours, and I'm going to start adding the liquid fertilizer. If there's anything else that you think I should be doing, please let me know in the comments. It's definitely going to help me out with my plant keeping journey, and maybe someone else down the road might have the same issue that I'm facing, and they might see your comments and maybe it might help them out. So if you have any advice, please let me know down in the comments. So that's it for today's video. I'll keep you guys updated as I go forward, as I'm adding new fertilizer, as I'm adding new fish, as I'm going to be adding other stuff to my tanks and making changes as we go forward. If you enjoyed the video, a like and a subscribe to the channel really helps me out. And if you haven't watched my last video where I added these plants, the video is going to be somewhere here. Check it out. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.